The proportion is
equation test.
I
will feel like studying near myself.
I'm happy to see both of you.
This is the training simulation for here, eventually you can go in terms of cybersecurity, virtualized simulation and they can enter into courses. There are various type of various categories of courses.
We're running the law enforcement institute across the state. We're also giving a forensic analysis services. So whatever cybercrime is happening in our state, the technical expertise we're providing to the law enforcement. So this was set up, and we also involved running the relationship sharing confidential last year, the virtual platform that we have done. We're also giving training of different agencies like CPI, or different agencies or in army for this virtual platform. So like those for coming here, it's very difficult for that. Since like the virtualized platform and learning how machine topics. So we also online
there are various topics, categories, and content. So they can explore different units. They can play with. They can play quiz. They can reserve a virtual mission.
Reserving a lab. So we have a spot. We're supposed to do the free period. We want to do some practical. So we have to reserve the virtual lab. So importantly, that particular stuff, they're all the rules and thanks to their users. And then it's just very one of the avenues. Space, so that is basically for any. So this were mass just was started from that, and this money electronics. Language written, it's about the saving line, for the report those things. Right? Because sometimes you have got finishing from so for the stations and for all the legal things.
Before you read with the 3 years.
I can just see them looking at the them also any collaboration with them. And we will develop the phone. We don't something that actually better advanced. It's just that's not been These artisans, what the leverage in numbers. They are not taking away any rights. However, it provides the things, you make it contemporary also, which is relation, there is a concept.
So we have 100 plus courses, ranging from AI cybersecurity all the way to serving the industry 4.0, and also interpersonal development, personality development, or psychological aspect of it as well. And whatever you learn here, you earn a credit which will give you your PAR ID. And credits can be transferred also. So let's say if a person has learned coding from YouTube, we can recognize that credit and award particular certificate for that. So we have a credit transfer AI-based mapping we want from Australia.
That's the thing is that when all the labs are Australia, and then I think to do the service security for MC that time, I'm semiconductor designer. And we have very interesting thing that the semiconductor design can be done using completely open source tools. And we have the semiconductor functions we got for so for every it can be designed. So it is going to be the high semiconductor design education. We'll see what is practicing. So the first distance is
So what exactly they have
we are working with so we are designing for them also. Jargo. We will within 9 to 3 years setup for 3 months in partnership with us. So we are co-designing the programs and running together. So idea is to bring us all this youth from our system is video. Under the
and we have also made the official app for the Hon'Ble present. So madam, that acts as a one-stop solution for any need for any tourist who's coming to happen. From hotel to homestay booking to tourist to ILP registration and everything, it's a one-stop solution for them. Along with that, madam, we have made one more solution for the Nagaland board, in which what we are trying to do is, madam, we are helping the board track the question paper movement for board exams. So now the board has real-time idea about each and every minute where the question paper is and what is the integrity of the question paper. That is one answer, and you would also like to share.
So I'm a student from India, and I'm developing a fintech solution where families and students will be able to understand their budgets, and from their spending patterns, the system would give them insights and give them suggestions that, for example, you bought 1 kg tomato 2 weeks ago and the prices are going to be high. So I would suggest as a system that you could buy this before that to save your money, and this would be done using agentic AI, and this is in its prototype stage. So this lets them understand where they have spent their money in. Okay? And once the stage 2 of this is, it will understand I've shown you this. So it will understand the spending patterns from that, then predict that I'm going to spend this amount in the coming future to in order to prevent that for, let's say, hike in prices coming. That would help me give suggestions. Finally, it will give me messages and like you can buy this before this. So that
How do you get to know which commodity is going to be more?
so that is using data publicly available using all the community data, time series data that will predict using by learning from the past data using machine learning. So once it's able to understand the past patterns, it will predict that the prices are going to high or low.
So we take exam para activity under the behaviors. So what we are trying to achieve here is to provide online assistance and coverage of all events where the local people cannot reach. So we have developed a site called the pay-per-view. So this is like the Book My Show view, Book My Show app. But here for pay-per-view, we only cover and give the live experience of an event such as Hon'Ble Music Festival, Northeast, Miss Northeast, and then some, one of our famous sports, so pay-per-view is 200 per view. We do that. And then
You have already logging on to
yes, yes.
What's the response? Which one of them gets more?
I would say the biggest response is the Hon'Ble Music Fest and the Open Nagarismo. It's a lot of indigenous people are a fan of. And we also provide
Since today you have the BCCI of cricket, I thought Nagas played football, but you had cricket happening. Yeah. So did you include it in your portfolio?
sadly, we haven't been able to cover that. So most of the time we are focused on this music events. And the sports that we cover are the March trophies here and then the Nagarismo, which is the biggest sports that we covered.
We have a startup company. This fuel basically, it has integrated. Yeah, it's between the fire and integrated. Then, this into. As we went, we always have the seriously, where business force. We know the protect those, slow fire.
Sandbox.
Waiting to sandbox.
You will sandbox somebody now, not your own.
Yeah, 14, these are the OEMs, we are partnering, obviously partnering. These are things, just they are provided. And likewise, we have certificates from Microsoft organization, OEM, they have provided a station. We are providing services. We are providing services.
Thank you.
I will, we are a company. We are covering through industries, various tourism, hospitality, and logistics. At the moment, we are working classes, just Nagaland will be in all cities. But we have which providing this in the next 3 months in the personal provision next 40 months.
What exactly is the kind of thing that
We are for property technology.
all the technology have very right. I just wanted to give you this. Yes, madam. Please, if you could take it. Thank you so much, madam.
It's free. Lo puedo prendere.
These are with the Intel man curriculum. Intel and related this curriculum chemistry courses. All our programs are running just simple.
So they can be used as anything but students. They have limitations.
So how long will be one course?
So it is 370 hours also. 30 hours to 1,000 hours.
All to be done physically here.
Physically and
So
also
that you
virtually.
shall both.
So we have all three inputs. Buddhist food later. In more also.
So how many of them, for instance, will be in London?
But these are like physical.
Thank you.
Not interact with them.
Please sit down. So when did you all join this course? Around June. All of you all at the same time. So the batch commenced from June. And how long is it going to be?
It was for 3 months.
It was for 3 months. When did you finish 3 months then?
Yeah, ma'am, you have recently completed this one course. You have recently completed, and you have appeared the exam waiting for your result. Some of
Yeah,
them.
but they should have concluded in September. 3 months.
Sir, ma'am, sorry, ma'am, some are 120 hours. So,
Some are 120 hours.
yeah, so per day 1 hour one.
So where do you all come from? Are you all residents of Kohima?
Yes.
All of you? No one coming from elsewhere?
Ma'am, there are some students who are from other districts, like Moon. Some are from Moon, some are from Tunsang, some are from Kohima here.
Are you the first batch? There was nobody before.
Recently,
Started only first. So I don't know what more questions I can ask. Why don't you all tell me anything? Tell me what's your background? Did you all finish graduation? Or are you all straight from school? What's it? Okay.
Some of us are still doing bachelor's degree.
Well, you're still in college, but you come here for an hour, do this and go. That is okay.
healing courses.
So how many, what kind of degree courses? Do you speak only to your computers? Now can I come through the system? Tell me, who's doing what course?
I'm doing computer application.
Okay, and anybody else, ma'am? Excuse me, ma'am?
Most of us are from BC.
You're from BCA, right? Anybody else? Foundation in
Artificial intelligence.
artificial intelligence. That's after which course? After schooling or after college?
Actually, I did my job. I did my job and then I directly came here to do that.
You did your what?
Plus my
Yes,
friend-
that's true, right, okay. What did you say for it? Did you say I did my 12?
No, my higher second.
No, you used an expression, yeah, I want to know that. Is that typical of Nagaland? I finished my what? 12. All right, thank you. I didn't hear you, my mistake. Okay. Anybody from this side? Lovely blue shirt?
Is this upstairs?
I did my class 12. You did your class 12 and after that you joined, okay? What about you?
I did my first job in different district and I.
Okay, the question therefore, for 12 is 12, 12. Anybody else 12? Yes.
I did my higher secondary school from St. Mary's Kohima and I'm taking the course of AI here.
Okay, so the question I have for all of you all who finished your schooling and you've come here. Is the transition difficult? After school, in school, assume you did physics, chemistry, mathematics, or some of you all probably didn't do physics, chemistry, but you're still here. Is there anybody like that? Didn't do physics, maths, chemistry, but I've come here.
I was from an arts background, and for me, the transition was not so difficult because from childhood I was interested in technologies and all. So
Very nice. Very nice. And that's very encouraging. I'm sure lots of people will be inspired.
was the hesitation when it comes to learning anything through computer about technology-driven production or AI or deep learning, robotics and so on, is the fear that you have to have a science background. Now you're saying you came from arts and you didn't have a difficulty in translation. Very nice. Thank you. Anybody else? You have to say anything to me or to me so that the other youth in the country can say, wow, now our girls and boys have done this, why not us? Say anything that you want to convey.
My name is Susena and I'm a student of the Foundation of Data Creation in the Western from Before doing this course, I never understood the importance of data collection. But after this, I realized how important it is, like from data collection to maintenance to and ensuring accurate data and effective training of the users. So I would like to give my thanks to the Ministry of Electronic and Information Technology and also the India AI Mission for giving us this wonderful opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Now,
Close conversation. Nothing else? You don't want to motivate others who are like you all elsewhere in the country?
I'd like to take
Yeah.
I didn't realize how important it was to creating and also AI. So I'd like to do something.
You know what anyone else who use, let's say, ChatGPT or something. I know of a girl who used ChatGPT to do astrology, not as a matter of learning. It was more to see what does ChatGPT do in predicting every day or future. And she told me what a fascinating experience it was. Not that she wants to graduate it, not that she wants to do more of it, but just shows how tools derived out of AI can actually engage us in areas which are not just for jobs. It can even be for areas in which you want to show your creativity. You have an interest in some particular area, music, for instance. Does ChatGPT or any such tool coming out of AI help you to do something creatively on those areas? Apparently it does. So those sort of things are in which I would have loved to hear from you. But maybe you're wanting me to talk to you on some other time. You're not best placed now to have conversation. Right? I conclude like that. But thank you. But it was so nice meeting up with you all. It says how useful some of the courses which Government of India is designing for your sake. Not only just you, but I think you should tell your friends, relatives, and say, look, I'm doing this, I'm liking it. And I can also see the importance, like the two of you all said. And therefore, must have more young people come and try their hands at this, because after this, it opens up a very big new area for you. Till today, Government of India trainings have all been focusing on foundries, not the chip foundries, but the carpentry, the welding machines, or the tailoring and things like that, which is all right. Those who want it still can do that. But today's world is moving towards these sort of things. So for you all to come and take this training, especially if government's designed it, I'm very happy that it benefits all of you. All the very best. But have any one of you all ever heard of the PM internship program? No? Because there is a scheme in which you could become an intern in top 500 companies. You are paid 5,000 rupees every month. And at the starting, as a one-time allowance, you're given 6,000 rupees. And at the end of the day, after the course is over, meaning the one-year internship is over, the company would give you a certificate saying they've interned in our company and had this exposure given by the company. So when you go seeking a job, you have that coming of health in your hand saying, I've already done this internship in this top 500, one of the companies which is the top 500 company in India. So we've been doing a lot of advertisements to say, young people who are interested, please come. We try to do it within the district where you are or within the state where you belong and not take you too far away from there. So if this or after this or during this, you think you want to try that, you can always go into the PMIS website and get the details. And if it interests you, great, contact us. Okay, that's also government run. Okay, thank you.
ये जाना कोई या तेरे सब ऑफ ऑफ कर दिया अरे मेरे स्पीकर हो गए meeting in charge enable as a download of so the Zoom admin meeting turning on. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. My. Thanks so much. सर दो ऑप्शन नहीं है, दो ऑप्शन चूज करिए तो 뭐 하나 어디요? 웃기서 그랬어.
As we prepare to receive our distinguished chief guest, may I request everyone to please rise and join me in welcoming the Honorable Union Minister of Finance and Corporate Affairs, Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman. You may all be seated. As a token of our respect and gratitude, we would now like to felicitate our distinguished guests who have graced today's occasion with their presence and support. May I request Professor Dr. Madan Mohan Tripathi, Director General and Vice Chancellor, NILIT, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, Government of India, to kindly come forward and do the honors. May I request may I request the Honorable Finance Minister Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman to kindly accept a felicitation. The portrait is a handmade painting representing all the tribes of Nagaland, bringing in the essence of unity in diversity. Thank you very much, ma'am. We are truly honored by your gracious acceptance of the felicitation. To move on with the next felicitation, I now invite L. Lanuabang, Director Nilit Kohima, to do the honors. We would now like to honor Srimati Salhotunio Kruse, Minister, Women Resource Development, Horticulture Department, Government of Nagaland, to receive the felicitation. Thank you, ma'am. May I request Engineer Kropul Vitsa, Advisor, Prison, Printing and Stationery Department, to receive the honor. Thank you, sir. Now I call upon Dr. Kekrelule Yome, Advisor, School Education, SCEART. Thank you, sir. Next, we would like to request Professor Dr. Madan Mohan Tripathi, Director General and Vice Chancellor, NILIT, Government of India. Yes. Thank you, sir. And now I call upon Tim McIntosh, VP and Head of Manufacturing Excellence and Operations, Tata Semiconductor Assembly and Test Private Limited, to receive the honor. Thank you very much, sir. All the portraits and traditional shawl and sash are designed and prepared in-house by local artisans under digital intervention on Handloom and Handicraft Kohima. We express our sincere thanks to all our esteemed dignitaries for accepting this token of appreciation and for inspiring us with your presence. We are truly honored. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the launching of Samarth. Students advancing mindsets in AI, robotics, technology, and digital hardware, organized by National Institute of Electronics and Information Technology, Kohima. It is indeed fitting that today's program is being held at NILIT Kohima, a beacon of technological learning and innovation. Established in the year 2004 under the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, Government of India, the institution aims to make digital skilling and IT training accessible to every individual through collaborations with leading institutions and industry partners. Leveraging its network of authorized study centers, NILIT offers industry-aligned NEP-based skill enhancement courses in IT and emerging technologies, empowering learners to become future-ready, innovative, and employable professionals. Recognizing its impactful contributions, NILIT Kohima has been declared a center of excellence in IT and designated as an institutional development to regional and national priorities. We are honored to host today's event within its inspiring campus. May I now call upon L. Lanuabang, Director NILIT Kohima, to deliver the welcome address.
A very good evening to all of you. The most respected Honorable Union Minister, Finance Minister and Corporate Affairs, Madam Governor of India, Madam Solotono Krosi, Honorable Minister, Women Resource Development, Horticulture, Governor of Nagaland, Dr. Kekirkriloho Yomi, Honorable Advisor, School Education, SCRD, Governor of Nagaland, Engineer Krobol Vitsa, President, Printing and Stationery, Governor of Nagaland, distinguished dignitaries, officials from various departments, schools, teachers, colleagues from elite centers across any region who have connected us through virtually from all any state. Dear participants and members of the media fraternity, it is with immense pride and deep gratitude that I welcome you all to this historic occasion, the launch of Project Samarth, students advancing mindset in AI, robotics, technology, and digital hardware. At the outset, I extend a heartfelt welcome and thanks to our Honorable Union Finance Minister, Madam, for gracing this event with her august presence. This marks the first ever visit by Union Finance Minister to NILIT. Thanks a lot, Madam, and we're truly honored, ma'am. We're truly humbled for your presence. Madam, your presence today is not only a moment of pride for us, but a powerful affirmation of the Government of India's commitment to inclusive digital empowerment, especially for the youth of the Northeast region. I also warmly welcome the Honorable Minister, advisors, dignitaries, whose steadfast support has been instrumental in advancing technology-led education in the state and making this event possible. A special welcome to our Director General and Vice Chancellor, Dr. M.M. Tripathi sir, whose visionary leadership continues to inspire us to innovate and excel. I also take this opportunity to welcome Mr. Tim, Vice President and Head of Manufacturing Excellence and Operation, Dada Semiconductor Assembly and Test Private Limited. His presence during make a significant step towards strengthening industry-academia collaboration in the semiconductor domain. My sincere welcome and appreciation to all the dignitaries, officials, and colleagues from NILIT centers across the any state who are connected virtually, and to the participating, joining us from across the state. NILIT is under the Ministry of Electronics and IT, and we are one of the largest skilling body in the country, where we have in pan-India across 56 locations across the country, where the government in India has a focus in any state. Out of 56 centers, we have in 22 locations in any state alone, madam. That shows the government of India commitment in giving importance for upliftment, digital empowering the youth and the students of any state. Recognizing the early exposure to emerging technologies helps students develop critical thinking, creativity, and future readiness. Project Samarth, conceptualized by NILIT Kohima and funded by METI, is a flagship initiative to be implemented in collaboration with all NILIT centers of 8 states. It aims to empower school students through immersive project-based learning in AI, IoT, robotics, cyber hygiene, and entrepreneurial thinking, nurturing curiosity, more innovation, and responsible digital citizenship. Throughout this project, ma'am, we intend to train 1 lakh in the span of 3 years, covering 500 schools. The uniqueness of this project is, ma'am, we are giving kit to each of the students 1 lakh, so that they can do the work experiments at their own home or in the schools. Over and above that, we are also giving a training kit, the innovation kit, to each of the 500 schools throughout these funded projects. And we also will have a hackathon as well as the capacity building and skilling of the 3,000 teachers throughout this Samarth project. Madam, I thank you for launching this transformative initiative and for inspiring us to dream bigger and reach farther. I also extend my gratitude to METI, Governor of Nagaland, institution partner, and all the stakeholders who have contributed to making Samarth a reality. Let us move forward with shared purpose and unwavering commitment to empower every child with the tools to imagine, create, and lead in the digital age. Once again, I warmly welcome to you all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for setting the tone for today's proceedings and also with your thoughtful remarks. Ladies and gentlemen, in the gracious presence of our Honorable Union Finance Minister and the distinguished dignitaries on the dais, we now come to a very significant moment. the exchange of the Memorandum of Understanding between NILET, Kohima, and Tata Semiconductor Assembly and Test Private Limited. The MOU marks a new milestone in developing semiconductor talent and advanced manufacturing capabilities for the youth of Nagaland and the northeastern region. It focuses on ATMP, assembly, testing, marking, and packaging, a vital stage in semiconductor manufacturing that transforms silicon wafers into functional electronic components. Together, NILET and Tata will implement training, curriculum development, and internship programs, giving students hands-on exposure at Tata's ATMP facilities. We now invite the representatives, Professor Dr. Madan Mohan Tripathi, Director General and Vice Chancellor, NILET, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, Government of India, and team, Macintosh, VP and Head of Manufacturing Excellence and Operations, Tata Semiconductor Assembly and Test Private Limited, to kindly proceed with the exchange. Let's have a big round of applause as we witness this important step towards a stronger partnership. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now move forward with the award of course completion certificate to the Army Educational Corps, Ministry of Defense. NILET, being one of the largest skilling organizations in the country, continues to provide reskilling and upskilling opportunities for every segment of society, including government, defense, and different organizations. Today marks the completion of the second cohort of the Army Educational Corps from the Ministry of Defense, who have successfully completed a 540-hour course on cyber security and social media analytics. I respectfully request our Honorable Union Finance Minister to kindly hand over the certificates of completion to the participating Army education personnel. However, in consideration of time, on behalf of all participants, may I request Lieutenant Colonel Asif Abbas, Education Officer, Commander 44 Mountain Brigade, to receive the certificate. Congratulations on this recognition. We now move to the most significant part of today's program, the launch of Samarth, students' advancing mindsets in AI, robotics, technology, and digital hardware. Project Samarth represents a holistic model where technology meets psychology, equipping every learner not just to use tools, but to understand, innovate, and lead responsibly in a digital world. By combining AI, robotics, electronics, and ethical learning, this initiative transforms schools into incubators of creativity, resilience, and digital excellence for the youth. May I request our chief guest, the Honorable Finance Minister, Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman, to do us the honor of launching the project. I request everyone to kindly direct your attention to the screen as we witness the launch.
In a country of 1.4 billion dreams, the future begins not in boardrooms or labs, but in classrooms, where a curious question, a spark of imagination, can change the world. But what if the next revolution in technology began in a school where curiosity meets creativity? What if every young mind, no matter how remote, had the tools to dream, design, and build the future? For over 3 decades, NILIT, under the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, Government of India, has been the trusted force behind the nation's digital transformation. From bustling metros to the serene hills of the Northeast, NILIT has trained more than 13 million Indians in technology and emerging skills. From skilling to research, NILIT drives digital empowerment across India with 56 centers, including 22 in the Northeast and 9,600 facilitation points reaching every corner of the nation. NILIT's digital university platform stands as a comprehensive online learning ecosystem offering courses in cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, semiconductors, Industry 4.0 and more, powered by advanced AI tools and interactive virtual labs for hands-on learning. And now it's taking another bold step forward. Introducing Project Samarth, students advancing mindsets in AI, robotics, technology and digital hardware. An initiative by NILIT Kohima and supported by the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, Government of India. Implemented by NILIT Kohima in collaboration with NILIT Northeast Centers. Samarth empowers the young minds of the Northeast by bringing early exposure to artificial intelligence, robotics, electronics and cybersecurity for students of classes 6 to 12. Its goal is to bridge the digital divide, spark innovation and prepare every student for an AI-driven future, in line with the National Education Policy 2020 and the National Programme on AI. Project Samarth begins with a mind map that unlocks every learner's strengths and leads them on an experiential learning path where ideas turn into real-world action. Samarth trains master trainers, upskills teachers, and engages students to create a vibrant ecosystem of digital learning. Student DIY take-home kits and school mini AI electronics labs make learning hands-on and fun.
The Samarth Kit. The kit embodies the essence of the project's mission. Powered by the custom-designed Samarth Development Board, these kits make learning intuitive and innovation truly limitless. Interestingly, Samarth kits work both with and without laptops, ensuring uninterrupted learning for every child in every environment. Now I would request the Honorable Minister to kindly launch the Samarth Innovation Kits. We have the Basic 1, Basic 2, the Advanced Kit and the School Innovation Mini Lab Kit. First 3 is the student kits form a complete multi-level learning pathway with over 100 experiments and research options. Next is the School Innovation Mini Lab Kit. A true transformation is an entire innovation lab in a box. Together, they transform learners from beginners into confident innovators. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, let's have a big round of applause for this momentous occasion, the formal launch of the Samarth and unveiling of its dedicated kit. We now move on to another important part of today's program, the distribution of the kits. These kits have been developed and designed under NILET supervision to ensure quality and durability. Overall, by the end of March 2028, Samarth aims to empower 1 lakh students and 3,000 teachers across 500 schools. As part of this initiative, each student will receive a kit, truly reflecting the spirit of one student, one kit. Every student will be equipped with the essential resources needed to effectively make use of the project. May I request the Honorable Minister to kindly distribute the kits to our selected representatives. May I also request the recipients to kindly come forward to receive the kits. First, may I call upon the schools Rizukre Government Higher Secondary School, Kohima, representing by Meno Sanko. Next, from TM Government Higher Secondary School, Kohima, Humule Kent. Next, from the Government Higher Secondary School, Dimapur. Now may I call upon the Government High School, Taika, Dimapur. I now call Government Higher Secondary School, Mayang Nokcha, Mogokcho. Next, Government Higher Secondary School, Tuli, Mokokcho. Next, I call upon Odimanla Leo, representing the Vineyard School. Representing Jirio School, I call Obet Tapa. Next, from Christian Higher Secondary School, Dimapur. And lastly, from Christian Higher Secondary School, Changdongya, Mogokchung. Thank you, ma'am, and all the dignitaries on the dais. It is now our privilege to have an interactive session with our chief guest. This is your opportunity, my dear ladies and gentlemen, to engage and seek insights on topics of relevance. Requesting everyone to ask concise questions, introduce yourself, and maintain decorum so that the session is smooth and productive. Those who are interested in raising the questions, you can kindly stand wherever you are seated. The volunteers will come over with a mic. I now invite the Honorable Finance Minister to take the questions from the audience.
Take the questions. Imagine.
Good evening, Honorable Ma'am. My name is Rebecca Yepto, and I'm currently pursuing my MTech in Cyber Forensic and Information Security, as well as working as an intern here at NILIT. It is great to be privileged. It is so great and to be given this privilege to interact with you, and I am truly honored to be in your presence, as you are one of the most inspiring personalities for most of us here, and especially for me as a young woman who see you as my role model. Madam, my question is regarding the financial importance in women's life. As we often hear that financial awareness and financial dependency is essential in general, I would like to ask you, what small steps can women, especially in Northeast, take to better understand money and savings? Thank you.
I'm glad this is the first question. I was scared that she'll ask me something about AI. I would have rushed to the toolkit and said, give me something quickly. No, but AI, first of all, please sit down. Before I come to answering you, AI is something which has to be spread like this, to students, particularly school students, and it is important that our younger generation feels comfortable in handling AI-related matters. Of course, you can always qualify further and further and acquire skills from specialists like the semiconductor-related skills that you will need. And I'm glad, first of all, that whilst Tata's came forward to set up that major state-of-the-art production center of ATMP in Assam. Assam state government and Tatas are doing it. I went only 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago, to see that center. It's amazing. And I would like every young person to aspire to be a part of that, each according to their capacity. So that was running in my mind, and I requested Tatas to come to Nagaland, because I'm here now. I thought I'll link it up so that a central institute like this place, NILIT, has the advantage of Tatas coming and giving you skills for the semiconductor related world. And if that is available here, irrespective, and I was happy to hear from Dr. Tripathi that he would, all the trainings are open for all students, and it's not reserved only for engineering students and so on. The world is wide open for every child, every school-going young person, and those who are wanting to enter college, or even those who have just passed out of college. So I think it is a brilliant opportunity. And if I have to say this with a sense of, not bad, Northeast, you're doing really good. This is a classic example where under Prime Minister Modi, Northeast gets every priority, even before any other part of the country gets. NILIT or institutions of this kind are established all over the country, no doubt. But the partnership with private sector and the flexibility in the courses and the advantage that you get is immediately within the Northeast. You have an opportunity to go see, visit, get an experience, and eventually even qualify to be able to work there in whichever capacity. In that, Northeast is miles ahead of rest of the country. And I think that is only right, because the youth here are revving for more and more opportunities. You have the right skill sets, you're ready, you're enthusiastic, you want to do a lot of things, and it is only right that you get it. So that's before I answered her. I'm glad you asked that question, because financial awareness is important for women. And it is not something which is new for women in India, because traditionally, whichever part of the country be it, women have been the managers of household. They kept their accounts, they kept the money, they knew to prioritize the meager resources for different things about a household, the elders to be cared for, the young to be attended to, schooling and nutrition, and so on. Now what I suggest and I indicate through this answer is, whilst this traditional strength that women had, in between, I think because of the various different priorities, all this has thinned out. But now, because of the awareness campaigns that Finance Ministry, Reserve Bank of India, and also the stock markets themselves are building, there is a greater awareness on how women should manage their finances far more, with a sense of, what's before them, what's available before them, and so on. So in this, a particular aspect is embedded. One is that you are anyway going to have to, in this new world of opportunities opening up, for earning with the little savings that you got better, rather than in a very conservative, risk-free environment, what you earned through small savings and so on. You have ever so many opportunities now opening up. But the embedded matter is women and their empowerment and financial independence for women. Earlier, when we lived as a part of the joint family, which I suppose many people in Northeast still do, the responsibility also gave you the understanding of how much you would control for yourself or your daughter or your elder women and so on. But as I said, all this has thinned out or sort of disappeared from the scheme of things. But in today's world, it is possible that you earn your own money. Although being a part of the family, you will still know how to have your money serving for the family and serving your own personal requirements. So as much as you should control money, as much as you should manage money, you should also become financially independent. Not at the detriment of the family, but to strengthen the family, for strengthening your own cause and your children and your parents' cause. I think you should have. And in that road, let us say, Government of India has launched quite a few things to help women's financial independence. You're not expected to have any security when you want to borrow money from the bank. It is ensured by the Government of India. You can take that money, do your business, earn your profit, put that money back into savings. And when you put that money back into savings, there are accounts through which you get better rate of interest. Other than that, of course, the stock markets are available both for men and women. There are schemes which you can start for your children right from the beginning. PM Vatsalya is one such a scheme, where you put little money. It doesn't matter how much. There is no cap. There is no minimum expectation. You should minimum put 10,000 rupees. No, put anything. From the time the child is born till about 18 or 21 or 23, when she or her or the boy gets their own job, then this becomes an automatic conversion into their Provident Fund account. So the pool is already readied with the trickles that you collect. And then when you go further and you find your job, this becomes your pension account as well. So it starts with a greater corpus, and you tend to earn more because of the corpus, which is, let us say, compared to somebody else who joins this account at the time you and she got the same job, or a job in the institution where you went in. She didn't have this back pool, whereas you go in with the advantage of the pool having been built from the time you were born till the time you found the job. So there are so many such schemes from Government of India, which if you're clued into, you are better off because you can put little money and continue to keep saving, which stands by you. Particularly women, it comes in handy at a time when you may want it, some exigencies develop and so on. So 1, your financial independence, 2, your awareness, and 3, keeping yourself glued to the various schemes which Government of India can give, through which you are able to have better earnings from what you save. I don't know if I've answered your question.
Most respected Madam, dignitaries. Madam, my name is Rishabh Sethi. I'm from Nagaland only, and my family has been here for more than 100 years, Madam, now. I come from Jain community. And my question for today, Madam, is, Madam, Northeast acts as the gateway to Northeast India. And we definitely, being from Northeast India, we would like to be one of the first, take the advantage of being the first movers into this. So, Madam, my question was, how does the government think that how Northeast India can benefit and make Northeast India as the hub for innovation and trade? Special thanks to the this Southeast Asia corridor that is coming up.
I think Northeast has been kept at the center of policy when you're looking at development, skills, investments in Northeast, for first of all making up for the lack of infrastructure, which was the situation for almost 40-50 years. I think capacities have been so ramped up that we've bridged the fundamental requirements. Now we are building on the additional ones. But digital capabilities are now, I think, very speedily catching up in the Northeast. That also gives you the advantage when you're looking at connecting to the world through the digital marketing space that is available. So Northeast is being kept top of the priority, and that will continue so that you serve the purpose of Act East, being the gateway to Southeast Asia and so on. So that's on. Thank you. But there was somebody who stood up there and who couldn't get an opportunity.
Good evening, Honorable Ma'am. My name is Wabung Dushi. I'm a student at NILIT. I appreciate this opportunity to be speaking with you. I wanted to ask, with these emerging technologies like artificial intelligence, fintech, and robotics, how can we contribute ourselves to be a part of this digital India?
First of all, let me thank you for taking this approach of how can we be part of it. That's a very big start and a positive start. That's what I look forward to hearing from students. Please sit down. We want to be a part of this. We want to participate in this. We want to contribute to this. What is this? This is the aspiration of all youth of India. They want to see a better India. They want to see a developed India. They want to see an India in which they have participated in building it. That's a very constructive approach, and I appreciate the youth of India, as I want to treat him as a representative, for being very positive. And I'm sorry to have to bring in one element which you probably didn't have in the remotest corner of your mind. I say it with a purpose. I say it with a purpose that today's youth are the ones who have to guide the country, the policymakers, as much as guide your own friends and relatives who are of your age, belonging to the same age group. Because in some parts of the country, I see, not all, but some students being very misguided. They get into drugs, they get into bad company, and as a result, the wonderful opportunity that is before you in terms of skilling yourself, in terms of contributing positively to the society, in terms of being a vital force in nation building. And that is the role which is very important and which I see here. And therefore, it will be very important for you all to be as a large team, work together, support each other, be sure that you're giving confidence to one another rather than pulling down one and making, some people become bullies. And that also can impact the psychology of other students. We do not want any of that. We want one to be of help to the other and build capacities among ourselves. That way, the larger spirit, the larger ecosystem becomes positive. You see the opportunities before you. You help one another to access opportunities. And therefore, this generation will lay a very strong foundation for India that by 2047, when you'll be in your, let us say, 30s, you will have an India which you'll be proud of. We have an inheritance which we can be proud of. But we have a today which should be laying the foundation for our future generations to be proud of us. And that's where your contribution is very important. So, thank you.
DSC Computer Science from first. It's my honor and humble to answer a question from my side. Ma'am, I have heard many about scholarship for students from the Northeast. Which one should be earlier also that we can plan our future better?
Thank you. I was under the impression that the Department of Northeastern Region and the Donair Ministry has a dashboard of sorts in which all fellowships and scholarships which are available is available for you to see and access. I will have to check this. If it is there, that's one big source for you to get information from. Or else I will have to initiate it through the Ministry, Department of Higher Education and Ministry of Human Resource Development to see if there can be a portal made available for this purpose.
Good evening, Honorable Ma'am, and respected sir and all the presentees. I am a student of MTech, NILIT Kohima, and my question to the ma'am is, nowadays India is moving towards the digital learning, but still rural and remote areas facing connectivity and resource issues. So what are the fiscal measures or public-private plan to tackle these issues? And what are the roles as a student we play to ensure that the development should reach to each and every village or family of India?
I think this issue was fairly well discussed, and we had a lot of government answering in Parliament as well, that the UFO fund, which is there for digital connectivity to be spread all over the country, is being used rapidly so that you have the connectivity reaching the villages first. Earlier it used to be villages first. Now it's reaching utilities within the village, post office, school, hospital, panchayat bhavan, and so on. So the fiber network is moving everywhere under the BharatNet program. And as a result, what is expected to probably be completed by 29 is getting completed even earlier, much earlier. So once the schools or panchayat offices or the hospitals get connected, the purpose of having digital connectivity for education or health or any other such important community-based or impacting the community itself will happen sooner. So that's a work which is happening with great rapidity, I must admit. And together with it, I'm happy and proud to say, India developed, BSNL developed its own 4G, it developed its own 5G, and it is already launched in all the parts of the country, the 5G. And I know some work is advancing towards the next generation also. So we are not just looking at getting the cable, optical fiber cables reaching all the villages and schools, but we are also looking at the spectrum sharing and usage of spectrum. Together with this, of course, the telecommunications network, both private and public, whether it's BSNL or private companies, are also auctioned different parts of the world, of the country for their services to be given. They are also moving to cover difficult or far-flung parts of the country. So those are approached from various different angles, but they are all getting laid on the ground.
Good evening, Honorable Ma'am. First of all, we students are really honored to share your presence over here tonight. My name is Marangti Jamir, and I'm currently pursuing my MCA at NILIT Kohima. Ma'am, according to you, which industries has the potential to grow the fastest in northeast regions of India, and how we students can prepare for global opportunities?
Well, I think the opportunities are immense. Whether it is core industry, cement, or specialized steel, or any such which are important for nation building. Please sit. You have Northeast having every potential of a traditional core industry to come here and set a business. But before that, it's not always the core industries which have to come first, and later on you move to renewable energy or any of these green hydrogen and things like that, and then look at semiconductors, chip manufacturing. Everything is happening simultaneously. Much before you knew lime resources of, let us say, Kifre, or the rare earths of Kifre are even touched, you have semiconductors who have already come in here. So nothing needs to happen in a sequential fashion. Everything can happen simultaneously. And in Northeast, I think that era has started. You have all that is happening, you have all that happening, and more towards strengthening them is also equally happening. So there's no priority that I've set for you, saying let this industry come, this is likely to grow, everything is growing equally. And with waterways, multimodal transport that you're building, the traditional challenge that Northeast faced, logistics, movement from here to a port, from here to an airport, are all being bridged. So that one big challenge of the Northeast is also being addressed.
In consideration of the time, we now come to an end of this interactive session. We thank the Honorable Finance Minister for taking your time to answer the questions, and we are grateful for the valuable insights shared with us today. I now welcome on stage to deliver the vote of thanks by Daniel Murren, scientist e NILIT Kohima.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of NILIT Kohima, I deem it a great honor and privilege to propose this vote of thanks on this momentous occasion of the launching of the Samarth initiative and the exchange of MOU between NILIT and TSET, that is Tata Semiconductor Assembly and Test Private Limited. First and foremost, I extend my deepest gratitude to our Honorable Union Minister of Finance and Corporate Affairs, Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman, for graciously sparing her valuable time to be with us today. Inaugurating the Samarth project and encouraging the youth of Nagaland and the northeastern region through interactions to embrace AI, robotics, technology, and digital hardware. Ma'am, your presence and word of grace, word of guidance have truly inspired all of us. And also, regarding the MOU that was signed today, as you have mentioned, we are deeply indebted to you because it was through your initiative when you visited Guwahati last time that this MOU can be signed today. Thanks to you, ma'am, a lot. We are also deeply grateful to our Honorable Chief Minister of Nagaland for his continual support and encouragement to Nailit Kohima. We especially place on record our sincere thanks to Shri Kesonyu Yomi, IAS, Finance Commissioner and Secretary to the Chief Minister and Work and Housing and Lotteries, and also Shri Sentiyangar Imchen, IAS Chief Secretary, Government of Nagaland. Even though they are not present here today, we thank them for the invaluable guidance and support in the planning and preparation of today's program. We are equally grateful to Srimati Salhutunok Kruse, Honorable Minister, Women Resource Development and Horticulture Department, Engineer Kropul Vitsa, Honorable Advisor, Prison, Printing and Stationery Department, Dr. Krekul Hule Yomi, Honorable Advisor, School Education and SCRT, for kindly accompanying our Honorable Union Finance Minister today and for the consistent support and encouragement to Nailit's initiative in the state. Our sincere thanks goes to our Professor Dr. Madan Mohan Tripathi, Director General and Vice Chancellor Nailit, for his constant support, vision and encouragement in strengthening Nailit's role in emerging technologies and capacity across the country. Our sincere thanks goes to Shri Tim McIntosh, Vice President and Head of Manufacturing Excellence and Operations, Tata Semiconductor Assembly and Test Private Limited, for partnering with us today, which opens a new door for semiconductor, ATMP skilling and employment opportunities for the youths of Nagaland as well as for the youths of Northeast. We also would like to place on record our appreciation to the officials from the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, dignitaries from the Government of Nagaland, representatives from the Army Educational Corps, and our distinguished guests for gracing this occasion and encouraging our efforts. A special word of thanks goes to the students, startups, and innovators who showcased their work during the exhibition, as well as the beneficiaries and trainees who have shared their experiences with such enthusiasm today. You are the true ambassador of the Samarth spirit. I also wish to acknowledge the tireless efforts of the organizing committee, faculty members, staff, technical teams, security, support staff, and all the unseen hands who have worked day and night to make this program a success. Our thanks goes to the media organizations and press agencies for covering this event and taking our message to a wider audience. Finally, to each one of you present here today, this evening, thank you for your valuable time and participation. We look forward to your continued support as we take Samarth forward and work together to empower the youth of Northeast through technology and innovation. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to the conclusion of today's program. Your presence and support have made this occasion truly memorable. With that, I officially declare the program closed. Thank you and wishing you all a very pleasant evening ahead. Ala kan di